It's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a woman in long-term recovery. I'm also a CARC, a SERPA, a rape crisis counselor, and a Narcan trainer. If you look at my description box down below, you will find a link that explains all those acronyms that I just explained to you and how you can obtain them in the state of New York. While you're down there in my description box, please check out all my social media as well as right here. And you will also find the link to all my Amazon wish lists. I have one for my daughter, Bella, who just moved home. I also have one for go bags, which is what I hope the people in my local community who are in need, just home from incarceration, jail, rehab, etc. You will also find the link to Smacked, which is a documentary that I did back in 2017 under my maiden name while I was still I was probably still high, detoxing. I'd only been in jail, the county jail, for about maybe a week or so. Oh, somebody just hopped up on my lap. She would like to say hello. So, yeah. Also down there, you will find my Patreon. I'm actually going to be updating in there. Today's video is one that I have a lot of great memories from, and I'm really excited to, tell you guys about. So, as many of you know, I had Bella in Bedford Hills Correctional Facility in 2011. Well, in 2012, I had Bella baptized while we were incarcerated at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility. So if you all know me, I have a very high faith in my higher power, which is a very personal, private thing, and I don't force my opinion on anyone or think it is anyone else's right to do that to anyone. I was raised Catholic, and I have pulled a lot of values from that, and I have really, over the years, adapted my own faith. I think it is very important for myself and for people in recovery to have a, this little baby, I can't even right now, to have a higher power and to have a faith, because we cannot do it alone. That being said, that applied while I was also inside, and I had been going to services, and I had decided I wanted to give Bella, especially since she was born in such a tumultuous situation, I wanted to give her a foundation of protection. I had been working with a nun that came and volunteered inside Bedford. Her name was Sister Anne Marie, and her and I decided that we were going to try and see if Bella was allowed to be baptized inside. So after working together with Sister Anne-Marie for about roughly, 3-4 months, we found out through investigating on her end, actually, what we had to do to start the process. So when you're incarcerated, everything is a process. There's nothing that's just like, okay, 2 seconds and we're going to go and do this. You have to write a letter, send it to this person, get this person's permission, write a letter, send a person this person, get that person's permission. Everybody has to approve things because they're always afraid of lawsuits and if they do the wrong thing. So Sister Anne-Marie found out that we had to write a letter of intent. So her and I started drafting that together. Then we also had to find an outside priest that was willing to come in, because the docs would not be paying the priest who would do it. So we had to find an outside priest that would come in and volunteer and do it. What are you doing, little girl? Bella's not here, and she struggles when Bella's not here, which is crazy. Sister Anne-Marie was like, don't worry about that part. I'll take care of that. And then we had to write the deputy of security and ask his permission, because he would have to provide extra corrections officers because it would be done during a church service. So on Sundays was regular church service for the Catholic Church. I don't subscribe to the Catholic Charities philosophy through and through, so please don't come for me in the comments, because I know what they do. I don't believe in what they do. I've adapted my own beliefs. So let me just put that out there. Don't come for me. After we wrote the deputy of security, and he said he was fine with it as long as the superintendent was fine with it, we wrote her. She actually approved it. Anything for a photo op. they sent that to Albany, and Albany approved it. So it literally took us like 60 days to get, so it took us like 3 or 4 months to get this put together. And then it took us 60 days to get the approval to actually even be able to do it. So then once it was done, as soon as the girls found out, and by girls, I mean other inmates, you know, word of mouth, and there actually was signups for church that week because it was such an event. If you see here in this picture, Bella has a cross on that was given to her by Pamela Smart to use for the day. I still have them. I wish I had them. They were left at my parents' house, so I don't have them any longer. So inside is just this little piece of paper. And then there's this marking foil. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. So you would just pretty much use this as like decoration, but I was incarcerated, so that was not an option for me. And then I just have the actual, just a regular candle, nothing, you know, too fancy. Don't mind my ratchet nails. I'm about to do them, so. Not really even, oh, this is the wick that broke off. You know, it's been in there for 9.5 years. 9.5 years roughly. So yeah, I just thought it would be cool to be able to show you guys this because like I have nothing so from that time. So these little tiny things that I do have are super special. I had all types of cards and congratulations from all the girls all over the compound. So I think they were able to, I think it was like 80 women were allowed to attend church services at a time. It was standing room only at that point because so many people came. When it came time for movement for church, they called a private baby movement for Bella and I because we had to walk up the hill to go into the general population area. And Bella had her own, she had an officer on each side of her, and I was pushing her in her stroller. So we had our own escorts, if you will. And Bella was baptized inside Bedford Hills Correctional Facility in front of all the members of the compound that were able to come. And by members, I mean inmates, you know. And afterwards we did pictures, and Leanne Armanini, who was the nursery aide, who was also an inmate at the time, was actually Bella's godmother on her christening certificate and everything. I should find it. Oh my God, I know I have it somewhere. I should find it and take a picture of it for you guys. She helped me pick out this beautiful little white dress that you see Bella in. Bella has a little white headband on. I had found a piece of crafting lace, and I had cut it to Bella's head and then sewn the back of it so I could just slip it over so she would have a white headband on. And like I said, the cross was a piece that was borrowed from Pam. And it was just a beautiful event. And it was, I think Bella was the first baby to be baptized since, well, no baby had been previously baptized within Bedford Hills Correctional Facility in 17 years. So Bella has that honor as well. So she's totally a special baby, not just because she's mine. So it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful event, and it was just a great, joyous occasion on the inside. And those types of things sadly don't happen often enough. And it was just a really lovely day. So I hope you guys enjoy finding out how Bella was baptized and seeing the pictures of her as a little tiny baby. And me like 10 years ago, obviously. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a beautiful weekend. And remember, we recover loudly so those behind us do not suffer in silence. Bye.